Most Magic the Gathering players know about flavor text, the flavorful quotations that sometimes appear in the text box of a Magic card. But what many people don't realize is that some of these cards have had their text changed from how they first appeared, and I thought it would be fun to look back at some of this forgotten Magic lore in a series we like to call Rejected Flavor Text. I'll give you an example. For instance, Go for the Throat, a multi-format staple, famous removal spell, but it once said this of Going for the Throat: his killer move brought him success in combat, but failure in dental school. Kind of gives you a little more depth to the card. You know, I don't think I knew that. I'm surprised they cut that. We'll move on. Deep Analysis, a powerful effect, interesting art, but once said this about the deep analyzing depicted in the artwork: the technology provided a clear image of the patient's colon and the patient's tonsils, in that order. Not cool. I could see why they changed that. We'll move on. Overgrown Battlement, another famous one, a beloved mana-producing defender, but it once had this flavor text: the battlement was substantially overgrown, eliciting concerns from 1-drops, 2-drops, and most loudly, the Homeowners Association. Now you see, you got to keep your battlement tidy. Detective of the Month, a happy little 2/3, but it once said this: she pumped her fist in the air in celebration, a bit odd seeing that a man was dead. Terrible. Terrible. Happy for the detective, though. Stuffy Doll, a poor, creepy-looking fellow, but it once said this: stabbed and prodded, Gary couldn't come to terms with his fate, especially since his cousin got to be a Tickle Me Elmo. Poor guy. Not a happy ending. Fires of Yavimaya, a hasty gruel enchantment, but it once said this of the Inferno: the fires raged for centuries, dating back to an ill-fated gender reveal party. Now, I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that was the cause. I would have guessed dragons or something, but I learned something. Hey there, Magic fans! Now, as a YouTuber, you get offers to do ads every single day for things that you have no interest in. MTG Remy here for Ferguson's Butt Paste. I use this paste all the time on my butt. That's why I'm very excited to have finally found a great fit: the Beta Black Lotus 1-ounce silver coin. Officially licensed by Wizards of the Coast, this gorgeous silver coin features Christopher Rush's iconic artwork, the magic 5-color pie, and a sleek black box fit for a planeswalker. Limited to just 2,499 pieces worldwide, 2,498 if you don't count mine. This item combines 3 of my favorite things: Magic the Gathering, precious metals, and protective plastic. So head on over to Coins TV. I have the link in the description. Check out the Beta Black Lotus 1-ounce silver coin. Don't miss this, or you'll be more tilted than the Tower of Pisa. The link's in the description. All right, 8.5 Tails. Classic creature, very recognizable, but it once had this flavor text: 19 tails neglected to set aside savings for tax season, figuring what's the worst that can happen? You gotta plan ahead. You gotta plan ahead. Moving on. Ordeal of Heliod, an enchantment making reference to the hardships faced by Heliod, but it once said this: neither Xenagos nor Elspeth. Heliod's greatest daily ordeal surprisingly resulted from his low-fiber diet. Another one that I would not have guessed. And finally, Frontline Medic, the hero we all love, but it once had this flavor text: Frontline Medic, he was the first to help a man injured on the field, but finally quit when Justin Tucker pulled a groin. Terrible. Well, that's all we have. Please click the subscribe button below. I have heard that clicking the MTG Remy subscribe button is especially satisfying. I think it's something about the way it sounds. Until next time, this has been Rejected Flavor Text. Not cool. I could see why they changed that. We'll move on.